That's a great shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot of that. Muted a.
All right.
That one looks pretty restful. An old veteran ROV doesn't phase that one at all.
Here comes Hercules again.
Yeah. You can get some distance there. Otherwise, I can slow down if you want.
I can.
But I think they want to cover.
Oh. What was that? Couldn't tell if that was trash or not.
I was thinking the same thing. It almost looked like some kind of like piece of pipe or something, but it also could have just been wood or kelp.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The crab?
King crab. Yeah. Spiny king crab, or I can't. I think that's what those are called.
Starting to
Maybe
question
Erica.
the calibration of this Argus's sonar head.
Yeah, it's pointed.
It's like
to the
90
right.
off.
Yeah.
Let me see if we
kind of noticed that.
fix that.
Started to head up slope, and the green side suddenly increased substantially.
Need to come up. I think we're coming up slope.
Daniel's saying that actually this sediment looks really interesting for a scoop. If we could pause and scoop a scoop of sediment.
Oh, it's coming right up into you.
Sure, we can pause. Bridge
Yeah,
now.
particularly some of this darker sediment that we're seeing right about now.
Yeah.
I guess it's just when
Hold
we get
position.
closer, it looks we get a little better view.
There, that makes more sense. Who did that?
Yeah.
Huh.
I stopped up, so whenever get a little bit of distance, and they want this darker scoop, a scoop of this darker stuff.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just get out ahead
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're held up here, so
All right.
you can probably back.
Yep.
One of those other, I think that's a sponge that we saw, Meredith, because there's on the bottom right there. Looks very similar to what we saw, what we thought was maybe a pipe or something.
Yeah, I bet it was dead sponge that had just kind of come down from above.
Yeah, we're hitting that zone of outcroppings now. Should be
How far
above
down
here.
is
Should be good. I think this is good,
This is
actually,
good?
right here.
Yeah.
Let's just double check. Yep, Daniel says right there. Looks great. Oh, is that a paragorgia off to the left?
That is a paragorgia off the left. Got some more coral here too. It's a lucky spot.
Yeah, and there's a crinoid.
How am I going to want to position myself? Yep.
And a polka dot rockfish.
Paragorgia is to the left.
There
Right,
it is.
yeah. All right. Right here. Yep.
So as far as the sediment scoop, Daniel said, yeah, the base of the rock where that rock cliff was is great. I think this is similar. We'll see if he chimes in again. But maybe after we get a zoom on this paragorgia.
All right, get the zoom first then. All right.
Yeah, he said this is
It's like
good.
there's a skate case connected to it. Cat shark case. Erica corrected me.
It's the bane of sampling. They get tangled up in the manipulator arms.
Kind of fun stuff on this rock. Up a kind of upper left, 10 o'clock from the paragorgia. It almost looks like a desmophyllum. Cup coral.
Oh yeah, little white skeletons there.
All right. Auto heading. Rudder. All right. Go to the bubble. Put the arm on the bubble.
Tunicate up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
that yellow on the upper left, Meredith? Is that a polymastia? Or is Abby still on?
I think that's a Thanea.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see the sediment covered part. Thought that was
Yeah.
rock for a second. Good call.
And Daniel is just saying that the sediment at the bottom right part of the screen looked the best. So I think just below this paragorgia here.
Where it's kind of dark gray.
Yeah, he was looking for the darker, more mottled. But earlier he said the black mottled sediment looks interesting.
Great zoom of that paragorgia, though, the cat shark case.
Mm-hmm.
That light's shaking over there. The verts.
Yeah. Wrist is drifting. Even before I get it.
Crab chicken salad.
I do not. You showed me it once, but I forget how to do it. Just closing very slow.
Grip force is 5. Maybe that's why it's slow.
Yeah, those are desmophyllum skeletons.
Yeah, quite a few of them. Haven't seen any ones that have what appear to have living tissue. There's one right, kind of 7 o'clock from the paragorgia too.
Yep.
A couple of them actually. Actually,
And
one might
just
below.
underneath that.
Yeah.
All right. If we zoom out, we can get a picture of. Yeah.
Right there.
Full wide. It's unfortunate that the weighty side of that scoop is the handle, so it always is going to fall down. The weight on the bottom or something.
Yeah, counterweight of some sort, huh? Then that gets in the way when a scoop. So.
I think Meredith was asking for a wide shot of something.
Oh, we were looking for the spot for Daniel once we zoomed back out because he was saying it was off the screen while we were zoomed in.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta go to, yeah, set up.
So,
Uh,
looks
5.
like we'll be doing our watch change here.
Yeah, and they're just doing a wrist calibration right now. So feeling manipulator maintenance briefly.
So yeah, Daniel's saying coarser area in the bottom right of the view now. So I think to the right of the paragorge is what he's
A
describing.
little better,
The bubblegum core. I don't know what your reach is on that, but
like up and down.
well, yeah, I just think he wants the
6.
coarser sediment.
Copy that.
All right. Exit, exit, exit.
Okay, that's us.
Still spinning.
Yeah. I'll give it to, we're going to hand it over to the next team, guys, to the next watch.
All right.
Dan and
Right.
Jake signing
Thank
off.
you.
Thanks, Kurt. Thanks,
Yeah,
Thank
Meredith.
you
thanks
so
very
much.
much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Meredith
it.
and Chris.
Good driving, Jake.
Thank you.
Thanks, Reddy. Thanks, Taylor Ann. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, thanks. I think we got Lizzie and Julie who are. Oh wait, nope. Am I looking at the right day? Chris and Erica are after us.
Yes. So, Meredith, I'm happy to sign off first and tidy up some of the dive data recovery sheets, transect tracking. I think I have most of it, but good watch
Okay.
with you today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
And
And I will see you in the science chat over the weekend.
sounds great. All right, I'll sign off right
Yep.
now, Erica and Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Kurt. Erica, do you want me to stay on and tell you what they're sampling, or are you up to speed?
Hello, folks.
Science, are you guys with us?
They're with us in spirit.
We're here. We're just getting a download, and we'll be right with you.
Oh,
Cool.
great. Cool. Thanks.
Roger that.
Perfect. Great. That would be great. And I am delighted to have you on board because I'm hoping to learn from you a little bit about some of the IDs too. So that would all be wonderful. But that sounds good. That sounds good. Terrific. Well, thanks so much, Meredith. Cool. Great. Perfect.
Hello, 4 to 8.
Hey.
Hello.
We're here.
Hello. Well, look at that. Digging this.
Uh-oh.
All good.
An additional sample.
Yeah, if you guys want it, we can take it, but otherwise I can put it back. Just trying to straighten out what we were left with here.
No, I think we're fine.
Yeah, and so for the plan after this sample, it looks like we're going to be heading to this steep cliff on Z1. Maybe we want to start a little west of it, and then we'll just keep along that cliff to the east. If that sounds like the debrief you got.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like what I chatted with Lizzie about before the shift. So if that works for you, that definitely works for us.
Great.
So I heard you guys
Just
want
above. Yeah. Go ahead. So the coarser sand area. I'm just
kind of right below me here.
Yes.
Yeah, the coarsest chunk of sand you can get, which does look like.
We can get, I heard down here, this black stuff, or did you guys also want up there towards the top of that rock? Kind of in center screen now.
No.
Here's perfect, according to Daniel. That would be great, right where you are now.
Roger that.
I got.
Thanks, Kim.
And Meredith, if you're still listening, are you interested in this Paragorgia now that it has fallen over?
You guys want 2 scoops or just 1?
Saying 2 to 3 in the chat.
Yeah, I sent 2 to 3 if possible in the chat, whatever would fill up the holder.
Sure thing.
Fill up the bag. And this is 120, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
I'm assuming you guys only want the top layer, correct? Or do you want it a little bit deeper?
Yeah, that's correct.
Roger that.
No, they're saying that the top layer, yeah. Perfect,
Okay.
Thanks for asking. Daniel says the top 1 to 3 centimeters, which I think is roughly what you've been scooping there.
All right, that's 3 there. Want me to do any more? Or are you guys good?
If there's plenty of room, I think we'd take a couple more scoops, maybe just up there, sort of where that crab's walking. Looks fairly coarse, just between the coral and the crab behind the holder right now.
So around here?
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Sure. Marley, you want to push in a bit there, please? That's good, thank you. So I'll go for these bits here. Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
great.
stiff. That's a bit stiffer than I expected. Try that again. Come on, Marley. All right, I'm still stable. All right, go ahead and push back in there, Marley.
Got some curious crabs back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're defending that sediment. They are not happy.
I would
the
not
whole
be either.
neighborhood is watching.
Roger. Anywhere else you guys want? You want a little more up here?
Yeah, if there's still room, I think we'd take, yeah, kind of just up where those lasers are, and it's still pretty coarse. And Daniel's saying you can go a little bit deeper if that makes it easier to get a good scoop.
Yeah, we can see what we got. Not lit. That's my dragging net. Marley, you want to come wide a bit there, please? I need to switch my parking position a little bit. Floating around too much. Thanks, Kim. Roger. I'm just pushing myself in a bit more. Otherwise, I'm being pushed off. Yeah. Roger that. All right, another scoop for science. Marley, push on in there, please. That's great. And is this Chris on the line here?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'll go one more here and then let me know where else you want.
Okay. Daniel, after this, should we, if there's still some more room, should we push further up that little slope of sediment up where the lasers are, or would you like us to keep going from the same spot?
Yeah, I can.
He likes it. Yeah. So I'm not sure what the extension of the arm is, Jess, but the slope where the lasers are now and the squall lobsters kind of moving up, is that out of your reach?
We will soon find out. Marlene, come a little wide there, please. That's great. I think we'll get it. I think we'll get it good. Roger. Marlene, you want to push on in there a bit, please? Yeah, I'll try to get in between those rocks there, Kim. Might actually be a bit difficult for that.
Nice.
Ugh. It's a bit harder here, so I'm just gonna kind of sloppily get you this.
Yeah.
Sorry, little squat lobster. Yeah. So, Science, you can kind of see the bag down there.
Yeah, it's looking, with the sediment coming out of pretty much all the way to the top, I think we're probably pretty close to full. Is that your estimation as well? Yeah.
Daniel's saying it looks good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
Roger that. Yeah, I think it's like half a
Perfect.
stocking.
Cool.
Roger. Go ahead and come wide there, Marley. And this was an F, correct?
Yes, it was.
Oh, sorry, Mary, can't hear you.
It was an F.
Roger that. Why is it so dark over there?
Into the darkness.
Is the starboard bio lights on there, Kim? Roger that. Ben, you want to switch over salvos there,
Yep.
please?
Just a little bit of that handle.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Nice job.
Nice.
Excellent. Nicely done.
Snaggled too. All right, let's see if that closes up. Nice. She'll do.
Sweet.
So,
Well done.
so Meredith, I don't know if you're back yet. The Paragorgia took a little spill. It is on the collection list. Is that something we want to grab?
How are we doing in terms of space left for collections? If we have plenty, I don't think we want to do much collecting right on the top because it's when we hit the peak of footprint, it's sort of heavily trafficked already. But so if we have plenty of room, if we don't hear from Meredith, oh, there she said.
Marley, want to push in there a bit?
Yes. Meredith confirms that a piece of the Paragorgia would be lovely.
So this bit that's here in the ground?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Sure.
And we can double that up. We can double that up with a sponge.
Roger that.
If you have a bin that has sponges.
Roger. Marley for a lie, please.
Lots of little cup corals were hiding underneath that rock.
All right, Marley, go ahead and push on in. And Mary, you want to let us know what bin you think we're going to go to?
We have starboard A and B open, unless you guys want to double up with the sponge and leave those two open.
Yeah, let's leave those two open and double up with the sponge.
Right. We can go with starboard E.
Starboard E, Raj. Well, my grip force was 9, unfortunately. Forgot to change that. Oh, ahead, Marley. All right, Ben. Switch salvos again there, please.
Yep.
Ooh,
Nice.
Raj. Nice. Digging it. Go ahead. And you said E, Mary, correct?
Yes.
Great. That's great. Thank you. All right.
Perfect.
Why does it look like I still have stuff in my jaws? Oh, it's just the tubing. Roger. Yeah. Rock on. Thank you, Kim. All right.
So we're good for sampling in this area?
I think so, unless Erica tells me differently.
I think we have sampled it out.
Not much left.
All right,
Yeah, so we're going to go 350. We'll be just going up slope for a while. So I'll do 50 meters, 0.39. I can bring it down too if you need.
yeah, so that's a 200 meter scale. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. 350.
Yep, and also we are 160 meters from the last transect. So if you guys want to start one now, or we can do one on the way. We have about 500 meters to go for this target.
Before we hit the little ledge south of Z1, can you show me the ledge on? I'm just calling up your screen right now.
Yeah, so I put a little target actually like northwest of the ledge to kind of start before it starts, and then we can just kind of follow the contour. So I can bring it down a little bit too. It's kind of arbitrary, but yeah, that's going to be about 530 meters, or more like 500 meters for Hercules. So
yeah, maybe we could get another. So you said it's about 500 meters to your marker.
yeah, so we could fit in one transect.
At least one.
Yeah.
350, correct?
If we crammed it in, we could do two with 100 meter spacing.
I think one's fine. Why don't we travel a little bit and
yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm looking at your slope map too. We've got that one feature. So blue is more rugose, is that right, or more slopey?
Blue is less slopey. Less. Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be fairly consistent. It's just that little.
Yeah.
But when we're going up slope, we'll have good visual contact throughout. So this will just be good place to do it. But whenever,
let's maybe wait. Maybe get in.
Yeah, let's get going.
Well, I mean, we'll take a look at the real estate, but get maybe 100 meters under our belt, and then kick it up unless
yeah, we can
unless something cool happens before.
Yeah, we can fit in one transect that way. So let's do it later.
Perfect. Thanks.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just car washing. But yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Just washing myself off, taking a bath.
So Jess, you'll be happy to know that Tom is instructing Chris to make the collections as difficult as possible.
Roger that. I'm digging it. Let's do it.
He wants you to not get away without a challenge.
We're all about the challenges here. So we're going to go 100 meters and then do a transect?
Yeah, something like that. We'll be, 100 meters will be just past that little flat portion. So.
Rog.
Hyposteria sea star right in the center. And I think these rockfish are split nose.
Are they gonna do a partial on these fish? Ah, so cute.
Are these little thorny heads? Is that what they are?
No, these are split nose rockfish.
Oh, cuties.
They're small split nose, but they are split nose. There's a Desmophilum.
Catching caudalfin.
All right, go ahead and come wide, Marley. Same type.
And after this, I'll probably change this to 355 or 360.
Roger.
Small crumpet sponge there. And is that an octopus?
Oh yeah, looks like.
Okay.
Sleeping.
Marley, you want to zoom on our little hidden friend?
Oh man.
Good to
Nice
you.
camouflage, dude.
Looks grumpy.
It's a little bit mad, yeah.
He thought he'd get away with it.
Well, he's not doing the usual defensive behaviors, so that's good.
He's sleeping. All right, go ahead and come wide there, Marley.
Really hoping that we don't see him. The little black coral just went out the bottom of the screen. Starting to see some slender soil now that we've gotten shallower.
Those all split nose as well, Erica?
I believe so. There's a thorny head on the right. Probably a short spine. Another thorny head.
So for folks just tuning in on side chat or at home, if you can't tell where we are from the urchins on the bottom of the seafloor,
355, Raj.
we are located just south of the channel between Anacapa and Santa Cruz Islands, part of the Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary in Southern California, heading up to Footprint Reef, which is a no-take marine reserve. The top of the peak, which we'll get in the very early hours of the morning, we expect we'll see a very high diversity abundance of deep sea corals and sponges and a nice fish community that's associated with those comparatively pristine habitats.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
So as anticipated, if you were to look at the screen 3, viewer 3, you'll see our position in relation to the boat, and we're starting over bluish areas. We head to the north, which is anticipated to be very low slope, low complexity, and in those areas, it's highly likely that you'll see what we're seeing now, which is a lot of soft sediment.
There's an abalone shell.
And an abalone shell. And
a Peninsula sea pen.
Kim, would you mind changing to 355?
The Channel Islands was one of the oldest national marine sanctuaries. It was designated in 1980. And that's a 40-year-old sanctuary, and it protects the areas from the shoreline around the 5 northernmost Channel Islands out to 6 nautical miles. Out to 3 nautical miles, we share jurisdiction with the state of California, and out to 1 nautical mile, we share jurisdiction with the National Park Service. The sanctuary is very much like a park in terms of its protecting the region to ensure it's sustained for future generations to enjoy, but it's also a multi-use area. So we encourage everything from whale watching to commercial fishing. The fisheries out here are some of the most valuable in all of California, including lobster and urchin and squid, rockfish, etc. We also have avid dive community that comes out here to dive in the majestic kelp forests up and down our coast. And as we go along, sometimes along these soft bottoms, you'll actually see bits of kelp. Even though we're really deep, you'll see bits of kelp that have broken loose and slowly drift down to the deep, and that forms food for all these urchins and other critters that are down here. I said really deep. We've been a lot deeper in this excursion. We were up at Santa Lucia Bank off of Morro Bay, and we were down almost 4,000 meters. Now we're down about 330 meters or so. So a lot deeper than you can get scuba diving, which is why we're taking advantage of the technology offered by the Nautilus. And the imagery you're seeing right now comes from the ROV Hercules, remotely operated vehicle Hercules. The lasers, if you see them on your screen, are 10 centimeters apart and allow us to collect good data on size for all the organisms we're seeing. Was that a thorny head, Erica?
It was, and at this depth, it's probably a short spine.
All right. I'm taking copious notes. I will learn everything you have to teach me. So I'm more of a shallow water person. I got my start in the tropics and coral reef environments, not the deep sea coral environments. And so now I'm making the change, and I'm very lucky to have this shift with you and absorb anything you can tell me.
Ooh, that no pressure, right?
Tom already said that he left the chat room, so there's nobody to second guess you.
Well, then we'll see what I can come up with. Seen a couple of poachers. There's one moving through the screen right now. Some of the ways to ID those include fin color and spines on their nose, so they're a bit challenging to do from imagery.
Are there many species of poacher, or I'm looking it up now in my book?
There are quite a few up and down the West Coast,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And they vary by depth and by latitude, so it helps to have the fish in your hand.
We will test Jess's collection abilities on fish in a little bit.
Sorry, you say we're going to collect a fish? That sounds cool. I will be up for that challenge.
You'll just Mr. Miyagi it, right? Grab it with the chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
You brought those, right?
Oh, yeah. In my back pocket that I put on the vehicle, of course.
Yeah, and Chris, we're going to be consistently in a more consistent slope environment, if that is helpful for the transect to not get that gradient. But
yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Let me come and check out our...
We'll be heading along this bearing for this entire time, so it's whenever you want.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, maybe in about 50 meters or so.
Roger.
I think he's holding out for something more exciting.
You know, I'm pleased even with the soft bottom environment. It's great. Each habitat offers something unique and distinct in terms of the species you're going to see there. You know, you can only handle it for so many hours, I guess, but I think this is also very cool.
Yeah. Well, if you want to sample the interesting stuff, the transect's not good for that, but.
I have to say this. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that's the thing is you need to collect data in all areas and
yeah,
not
exactly.
just the fun, showy.
Or is this going to be Coral City every
sampling
place?
area.
No.
Right,
Yeah,
and
that's an
you're
excellent
not getting
point.
representative.
Right. Well, you will have a little bit of a, it looks like a little bit of a gradient with this kind of little bulgy feature, but gotten a lot of transects in.
That's okay.
Sure. Yeah, we don't have backscatter here, so extrapolating from the slope is all we have.
The reality is out here, you know, a lot of the sanctuary is going to be soft bottom, and so it's important to know not all soft bottoms created equal either. Some will have you know, boulders or here and there sprinkled throughout, which will aggregate a lot of fish species or other things. So for us, you know, this is the first obvious exploration of this region that we're doing with you all, and then
right.
We get asked for permission for permits to do certain activities that will affect the bottom, like lay a cable or something along those lines. And so it's super important to have traversed here and be able to say, yes, unequivocally, we know this area is soft bottom and we know we have a significant extent of it. As long as you minimize the impact, we think that activity might be okay, or we think conversely that maybe it's not so.
Sure, all data is good data. You start with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've come about 50 meters since.
Okay.
Maybe a little less.
Yeah. When you guys are ready, I think it would be great to grab Transec.
All
Keep
right.
along the same heading, I think is fine. But Ben has us lined up.
All right, Ben, I'm ready.
Yep. All right. Marked it. And Mary, this is Transec 7.
This is 9.
9. Woo.
9.
Wow.
Doing great, guys. Data, data, data.
A little off there, Ben.
That's why I need you, Mary.
Point 3 there, Ben?
I'm still going 0.3, yep.
Yep, great. Stepping forward. Well, that's my point 3 here. Just kidding. Let's not do that. Too fast.
Some Argus squids.
That was wrong logic. Let's try that again. I don't know if you want to get a different position on that.
It looks pretty close to what I marked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just pretend like that didn't happen.
So that's a different rockfish there. That's a green striped rockfish.
It looked a little different. That's my contribution.
Did you notice the green stripes?
Ah, well now I did. Just going back in my photo memory.
And I still think these little guys are split nose.
And do the split nose have even spines?
They have,
like the short spine ones?
I believe that they do.
Yeah.
They're named because they have two little
Rostral thing.
tubercles, yeah, on their schnozzes.